You can do a whole Castlevania episode.
I would love to do a Castlevania episode.
I'll totally rewatch that anime.
Hey, remember when we watched that?
Anime was great.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we watched that timeline video?
What Alex just said.
That anime was great.
It was great. That's not recording, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Blitzkrieg Pop. We are here with episode 17. Can't believe it made it this far, but it has. I'm Adam.
Alex.
AJ.
Mitch.
And we are the Blitzkrieg Boys. We have a series we've cooked up for you where we're reviewing crappy movies based on video games. We're calling it Blitzkrieg Views.
That's so terrible that I like it.
It sounds like
AJ's calling it that.
Yeah, it sounds like a German person sneezing.
It kind of does. Blitzkrieg Views.
AJ doesn't do any of the art for it, so me and Munch get to decide if that's what it's going to be called.
I also don't take notes and just kind of yell cuss words.
You're
Wing it halfway.
You're the only person that has zero and nothing in front of you.
Hey, I'm completely sober for this one, though, so that's a change.
Hot damn.
So go ahead and turn this episode off.
Yeah, it's going to be worthless, guys.
Golly.
All right. Well, tonight we are talking about
The rare jewel that is.
the gym.
I mean, pyrite's a jewel,
The
technically.
Street Fighter movie.
The
from
corn in my shit.
1994.
Just really like corn.
Oh, that's great. 1994 for
1994.
real? I was
December
10 when it came
23rd, 1994 was the release date.
Boy, I
So,
had some expectations.
Before we go into this movie, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I just want to go over a couple of the stats. It has a 3.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Ooh.
It's 11% rotten. And it actually is.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck, man.
And it has it's directed by Steven D'Souza, who this was his very first directing gig.
But he did some big shit.
Well,
Yep.
he was a scriptwriter. He wrote Running Man. He wrote Commando, Die Hard, Judge Dredd, the shitty one with
Stallone.
Yes.
where he
Stallone.
takes his helmet off immediately.
He wrote this script overnight, one sitting.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to show. You know, you put down a pile of cocaine, you hoover the whole damn thing up, bang out a strip, boom, there's a couple million.
So he took a whole night on it.
He took a
Shit.
He wasn't fucking around. He did a whole night on it.
Let's be real. This motherfucker did this in 2 hours and told everyone it was overnight.
I feel that.
But what do you think, Eric?
I remember watching it when I was a kid and having like these huge expectations for Blanca and for what Chun-Li was going to look like and what the hell Ryu and Ken are supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And then it's just bullshit from start to
Hey,
finish.
man, I haven't seen it in years. So don't do that to me.
Hey, yeah, don't do that. Because here's the thing
I
about
haven't
it.
seen it in years either.
Here's the thing about it, though.
I just remember 10-year-old me going, this is fucking shit.
It was absolutely a commercial success. It made 3 times. It grossed 3 times its budget.
As opposed to Mario, our last
Which
episode.
did half its
which I
budget.
highly
Which did-
recommend you listeners go listen to.
Half its budget. But this one did its production budget, $35 million is what it cost to make. Most of it paid for by Capcom, which is pretty unusual.
Most of it going to Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bad Habits.
Grossed, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Grossed $99.4 million worldwide.
That many suckers went and paid their money.
Your mom was one of them.
I know.
Oh, yeah. My mom paid for me and my brothers to go
our
see
grandma-
this.
Oh, yeah, we went with Granny.
Yeah.
I can't poor mom.
Oh, I know she was sitting there going, "What in the fuck?"
I
is this
imagine
faggot?"
she was like, I'm glad they have popcorn.
You know
here.
what I imagine? I imagine that my mom did the same thing when we saw Street Fighter that she did when we saw Lord of the Rings. We went to see Lord of the Rings whenever it first came out. We sat in like a middle row. My mom sat on the front row right at the corner and fell asleep snoring the entire time so loud that an usher had to come in and wake her up.
Nice.
Good job, Connie.
I love that.
Damn, we
Connie,
love you.
you get mentioned in every episode.
It's not an episode.
Hey,
if
Munch,
Connie's
does
not
your
mentioned.
mom have her own like Twitter or something that we could?
She has a Facebook.
My mom does have a Facebook. She does not have a Twitter. She hasn't figured out how to use that yet. Please don't help her.
That's awesome. Connie is a sweetheart.
Connie would be absolutely sharing those. Like, if you don't share this, Facebook's going to steal your identity.
I know.
Just like my
On
grandma.
Facebook.
Yeah, actually,
Mom-
she got me one time.
Mom's Facebook is just recipes.
yeah.
You know what? I can get behind that, though. I respect
Me too.
that.
I've seen her just make weird like statements like.
No. There's a couple of them on my timeline
There you go.
that pop up. I swear. I love you, Mom. That it's just, there's one that just says avocado. Nothing else. It just says avocado.
So your mom's way better at Facebook than the rest
There's
of us.
one
is what
that
it is.
just, I swear there's one that just says Eric.
She could start a marketing campaign.
She-
Company.
it's all part of
should.
one long thing she's doing over the course of 10 years.
I assume that she was trying to search for avocados or like possibly avocado recipes, and it just didn't work out.
Old people
that's
using
awesome.
every single blank box in an internet search or any sort of web browser as a search bar is my favorite thing ever.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think she thought of Street Fighter? She didn't see any of it.
Would bet that she did not watch a minute of that movie.
So she's probably checking out Guile's sweet
Got
biceps.
full on popcorn and fell asleep.
That's it.
The Belgian guy with an American flag tattooed on his arm.
man.
He's an American hero. I don't know what you're talking about, Belgian.
I remember seeing the trailer on TV.
Yeah.
Because everyone has YouTube now. But I remember seeing that, and it was flashing the characters. You know, it would say like the names of the characters. And I remember feeling included because E Honda had some fat rolls going on.
Hell yeah.
When he
Oddly,
came out.
isn't E Honda like he's not Japanese?
He's Hawaiian in
I
this,
think
if
he's
I
Yeah,
recall.
he's Samoan.
Samoan? Yeah.
Hawaiian. Samoan Hawaiian.
Pacific Islander of
Yes.
some sort.
Edmund.
Looks like Dwayne.
My favorite thing, according to the IMDb page, every single character from Street Fighter 2 Championship is on here, except for Fei Long. Why did Fei Long get left up?
Probably because Bruce Lee was dead.
Oh.
Very possible. Now, I didn't go as in depth with theology research, but one thing did claim
Go in.
that the
How are
guy,
you remembering all this?
the guy who ended up claiming, because y'all were all doing research, I want to do some research too.
Well, I'm
Apparently
proud of
the
you.
guy who ended up playing Ryu was originally going to be Fei Long, and they dropped him for Ryu instead. So
I
maybe
kind
they
of
just
see
got
him.
lazy.
I can see him as a better
He
Fei
would have
Long
been
than
way
he
better
looks.
Fei Long.
Well, he looks like Fei Long instead
Yeah,
of
he
Ryu.
doesn't look like
Ryu
Ryu.
doesn't look right.
Neither does Ken. Like the two
No.
main dudes
Oh my God!
don't look
No.
anything like
Ken
him.
doesn't even have
wait.
long hair.
They're not main dudes. Guile's the main dude.
Yeah.
I will never accept
Here's what
this.
I find funny, and this is something I remember. It's Colonel Guile in this movie, even though he's a captain in the game.
Well, is that...
He's a captain in the Air Force. He's a colonel in the Army in the movie.
We
I'm gonna be
referenced
real
this
with-
before, but me and Adam used to call him Ghoulie.
Ghoulie. Grabbed by the ghoulie. Now,
Ghoulie.
I'm going to need some help here, and y'all can make fun of me in the comments. Is Captain or Colonel higher?
Colonel's much higher.
Colonel's higher.
Okay, so you got an upgrade for this movie. Then.
It's not
And then
Captain
the wrong-
Sanders, motherfucker.
Okay. Do you guys remember? I mean,
that cleared it all up for me. Thank you. Speaking of which, I'm gonna bring up this because I'm never gonna have an opportunity in this podcast. Did y'all see where there's a game now where you try to fuck Colonel Sanders?
Yes.
yeah. It's a
KFC
dating
made.
app.
Look for our next review.
It's a
Oh,
dating
I
app.
will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a one shot without these
Do a
guys if they want
Twitch.
to do it with me.
Hey, customers or audience members, should we have a Twitch?
We should.
What's a Twitch?
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God, old man!
I've got a Twitch.
Yeah, I mean that's the only kind I have. Like my eye.
Twitch is
I need a banana.
mainly Twitch is mainly a platform where
potassium.
people stream themselves playing video games.
Or
I don't
jerking
fucking
off.
do that.
But
That's a totally
old
different
man
website.
Martin. They also do stuff like some of them will just talk into the camera. Some people do record podcasts as they're doing them.
Ben
That-
Weasel has one.
I would love to do
Seriously.
a video recorded podcast.
I
I
think
We're going
Twitch is the
to.
way to go.
would love to do.
Guys, wait for season 2, motherfuckers. So, what's the plan? We're gonna
Well, look,
do like
here's
what
what
we
I
did with Mario.
I still had one more thing to say.
Cool.
Maybe two more things to say.
Whoa,
Ooh.
getting serious here.
Fuck you for not remembering that Guile's stage is in front of airplanes.
Yeah, of course it is.
You knock him through a fucking crate.
Air Force.
Yeah, Air Force.
They made him Army. I remember him driving a tank.
I
in
feel
the
like
movie.
most people, and with
Don't
great
give a
respect to our servicemen and women, don't know the difference.
Oh, God. What?
I feel like most
People know the difference between Army and Air Force.
They do.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
a
feel
pretty
like
big-
they don't.
It's in the name of
or
Air
maybe
Force.
I agree, but I feel like maybe the filmmakers don't care.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They see it all as just
Fair enough. I mean, they went with a Belgian guy
armed services.
to play the only American.
Exactly.
He's not in the
They
Space
made
Force.
that decision, so why are you surprised?
Okay, let me just say this before we watch this. The director, D'Souza himself, felt that this movie was a cross between Star Wars, James Bond, and a war movie.
Now,
Oh.
oh man,
Now, I do remember Bison's hideout enough to know I see where the Bond thing came from.
Like the skull?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because I remember loving the movie as a kid because I was stupid, but hating Bison. So I'm gonna guess now it's gonna be the other way around.
Yeah, you're going to hate everything else but Bison.
Yeah, because it's Raul Julia. How could he have been bad?
I mean that guy's amazing.
I mean,
Man, yeah.
Gomez Adams.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you know that he died of a stroke 2 months before the movie released?
He was dying of ass cancer the whole time he was filming this
Now
movie.
he really was
Stomach cancer.
into this movie though. He was really into the role.
because his
his kids.
kids begged him to do something that
Yeah, that they would like.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, just imagine you've got like stage 3 cancer. You just want to stage 4. You just want to lay down and rest, but you're like, nope, I got to be in Bison, and that's why he died a hero.
Here's the funniest part. Here's Raul Julia dying, literally dying. Jean-Claude Van Damme took his $9 million or $8 million that they paid him of their $35 million budget and did so much cocaine he had a $10,000 a day habit.
Oh my god!
I love him.
He had a handler that was worse. They hired a handler to keep him on set. The handler was more fucked up than he was. They would just leave.
That's amazing.
And then they'd have to bring him back on set. Raul Julia at this time is suffering, wanting to get his scenes done. They can't. He has to wait days and days and days.
Can't find.
Yeah, because they couldn't find Van Damme.
Wow.
Good
Van
Lord.
Damme's
That's
a
terrible.
selfish prick.
Yeah, imagine that in the 90s, Jean-Claude Van Damme was such a big name. This was worth it to them for some reason.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know. They must have just seen guile in their character design or
Yeah.
something.
Now he's doing like D-list Amazon shows about himself.
Yeah,
I wish I
think
could
that
do
actually
one.
looks pretty funny. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. What do you guys think?
When you tell me the word Star Wars, I get
Does that set it up?
a boner with a Darth Vader helmet on it, but I had a boner with an M. Bison hat on top. So I
It's
don't
got
know,
psycho power.
so I don't know what's on my dome. You know.
All right. Well,
So-
how about we hit pause here and we'll fucking watch this movie.
all right. And
See
last
y'all.
time, I just want to say,
Predictions?
when Mario, we did the pause. It was your band that was in the music.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally made it in there. I want to say this. I loved this movie as like a 14-year-old kid. 13.
Yeah,
I thought, it,
13,
I
was
thought it
10.
was great.
I knew it sucked.
I loved it as an 8-year-old.
Let me
but I
say
was
this.
dumb.
I thought it was great. I watched it the first time, like, what the fuck just happened? The second time I watched it, I rolled in the floor laughing and thought it was amazing.
When you were 13?
I thought it was really bad. I thought it was so bad it was good.
That's awesome.
So-
camp.
See, I was let down by a lot of the visuals in the movie, and I'm sure I'll see most of them again whenever we watch this thing. But I was so let down, like so pumped about seeing certain things that I was letting down when they didn't show.
Yeah,
Right.
like
I
I'm
understand that.
struggling to remember whether they used any energy attacks, and I'm going to guess the answer is no, and I'm going to be really pissed. There's
I'm gonna
no sonic boom, no
go ahead
Hadouken.
and say that they probably grounded this in reality.
This is bullshit.
Just
then.
like those shitty Batman movies.
I'm going to go take a shit through this whole movie.
Well, let's do it.
All right, guys, we're gonna hit it.
All right, now that we have woken Adam up and returned to our seats, Adam, what'd you think about the last 30 minutes of that movie
Well,
or
let me
so?
just say this: that I was just saying how much
Might
I
have been 45.
I enjoyed the movie, and I feel like my childhood was clubbed much like a baby seal.
As predicted, that movie was not good, but Raul Julia fucking killed it.
He was awesome. He really put himself in the role.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, he did.
He's the only no, he's not. Him and Zangief were the
Zangief's the
shining
shit.
Zangief actually saved me from hating that movie. And his little like mini bromance with Vega
It
was very beautiful.
He's the only character that's spot on.
And can we talk about his hair and his beard? Because that's totally in style now.
Yeah, like he was made to be ridiculous in that movie, but nowadays like half the people I know have
He
that
looked like a
haircut.
fucking Proud Boy. That's totally in style now.
Now they got that weird swoop thing. The Mohawk
swoop
thing's
thing.
the
He looked like an MMA fighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
he looks like
looks
a-
like Chuck Liddell.
Chuck
or one of
Liddell
those.
before he
Does
started
look like
going
Chuck
bald.
Liddell with I guess a little more beard.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tank Abbott from back in the
Yeah.
day. If anybody remembers who Tank Abbott was,
That's
Vaguely.
kind of
If
that's
not,
kind of
I'm
the
old as
vibe.
fuck
huh?
apparently.
That was the belly slapping guy, wasn't
No, that's Roy Nelson.
it? Oh, okay.
Well,
Big country.
that's Butterbean.
Oh, he was my favorite. Man,
Butterbean.
So I just saw Butterbean over the last weekend at Scarefest.
You saw Butterbean?
Yeah, I like sit and talk to him for a
He's
second.
alive?
Did he punch
gained,
you?
He gained 200 pounds, and it was super depressing.
Gained 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, he's
Yeah,
already
he-
400 pounds, wasn't he?
Yeah,
So can he go on one of those shows?
he could. He was sitting on 2 folding chairs.
That's sad. Butterbean,
He was very
we
depressing.
respect you, bro.
Yeah.
I always liked
I felt-
Butterbean, though.
I felt so bad because he wasn't at a guest chair.
better?
Oh my God, it's way
no.
too much.
Back off that.
That
Oh,
gave me a
shit.
half chub. Please don't do that.
Well, about the
quarters.
movie, though.
3/4.
I have to say this about the movie. My favorite quote in the movie. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Guile says to Bison, "Oh my God, it's the collection agency, Bison.
Yeah.
Your ass is 6 months overdue, and it's mine."
I heard that while he was driving his stealth boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's stealth
The fact
boat.
he has this
That was never
stealth
stealth.
boat that is giant and black in the middle of the day, and he's being trailed by like 15 non-stealth boats.
I would have to say that I don't think they understood the point in the stealth boat. It's not stealth when someone can visually
Look at it
and see
Plus,
it.
they saw it on their radars.
No, it would reflect radar off of it.
But do you think that
remember
the fact that it had a mounted Gatling gun that fired explosive shells maybe cut back on the stealth a little
I think
bit?
we're jumping way ahead of ourselves.
We were way ahead.
This is the important
right.
shit.
But
Record scratch. Let's go to the beginning of the film.
Where Ken and Ryu are arms dealers for some reason.
And they sell Nerf guns.
They sell Nerf guns to Sagat.
I believe they're infiltrating
Now they're
Sagat's organization.
I think at that point they're legitimately arms dealers because they get recruited by the AN, not the UN later.
Now you're just hurting my head.
They flip back and forth like 6 times during this movie because it's terrible.
I'll go ahead and
I
say
hate this
this
movie.
right now that this movie is unfollowable.
Yeah, it's not like
I agree
Super,
with that.
like
really
Super
bad.
Mario was really bad, but it had that insanity factor that made it really fun to watch.
it is-
Totally fucking agree.
It at least had. Well, I don't want to call it a narrative. I feel like that's like too
stretching.
That's stretching it. Yeah,
It had a watery
but it had a very watered down plot.
Well, there's so
This
many.
movie didn't have one at all.
It
There's
was
so
just
many
there.
turns. You don't know who's on whose team and who's with who and who's double crossed who and who's helping this guy out or that
Agreed.
guy out. Because I mean, Ken and Ryu are in handcuffs for like 3/4 of the movie because we can't figure out whose fucking team they're on.
It was really hard to follow that whole they switched. I mean they got arrested to infiltrate Chandelier, whatever, and then
Shadaloo Island.
Shadaloo, whatever
Chandelier.
the fuck it is.
Well,
Chandelier
as
Island.
far as I can tell, they were selling fake guns to Sagat.
Yes.
They get arrested.
Who is
Guile
extremely
for some
sweaty.
wait, hold on.
I got to interrupt. It's so
Let's go-
sweaty that it's not
Let's
funny.
also
yeah.
go back to this. The way Guile arrests them is he busts through a wall in a tank with missiles sitting
Oh,
on
yeah,
it,
there's-
and then he just looks around and just goes calmly, "You're all under arrest."
No one
I
ran.
would say they're in the middle of this underground fighting thing.
Yeah,
Guile,
Vega has been fighting.
Vega has been fighting.
Ryu's just put in the ring with him.
Yeah, which of note, Vega is this very built, handsome man who takes off his thing and all the ladies love him. Ryu is this scrawny little dopey looking fucker. And immediately when he takes his shirt off, all the women are just like, "Oh, this scrawny butthole. This is my guy." And they toss their signs
dude,
away.
yeah.
But as they are about to fight, Guile rams his war machine, this enormous tank, through a wall. Doesn't care if he runs anybody
Nope,
over. These
not
are
at all.
spectators.
Not
They
at
aren't
all.
doing anything wrong. With 2 Tomahawk missiles on either side of
in
it.
front of it,
Right on it.
And
mounted to it.
Yeah, an
Looked
inch
like a
from the
GI
wall.
Joe vehicle.
So awesome.
Yeah, there are multiple times where Guile definitely tried to kill civilians.
I honestly want to say that he just so nonchalantly says you're under arrest. I mean, he doesn't give a fuck.
He just sits on the. He just crosses
He just
his arms.
crosses
and goes,
his arms. Yeah.
Everyone here is under arrest.
he just
It's like-
murdered like 20 people.
I swear that people were around that side of the arena.
Yeah, he squished some people, no question.
What about the door guy? He's just gone.
Door
Killed
guy's
everyone.
dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He just
innocent
Yeah.
spectators are just
Guile has a higher body count in this movie than Bison.
Oh,
easy.
absolutely.
Because Bison fucks everything up. Guile murders everyone.
Now, for the people listening, though, what is actually M. Bison doing in this movie? Is he like a Hitler
He
type
is
of
trying to
character?
create.
He's creating
trying to create
A-
super soldiers.
He's trying to create Captain America.
Yes.
Bisonopolis.
Yes.
Well, now that
With a
is,
food court.
Which is similar to Dino Hatton.
he really does. He really does discuss the food court.
He does discuss the food court
He
that's
wants
shaped
all-
like a
He
skull.
wants all the major eateries in this food court.
Yeah, he wants McDonald's. He wants
does.
Baskin Robbins. He
He
wants the
wants
whole
major
shebang.
contracts.
Yeah, which this is supposed to be like this enormous city, and it's all set around this weird ziggurat that's there for God knows what reason. And then when you see the ziggurat, it's not really that big. Like
really
I can
nothing.
climb it in like 30 seconds. So Bisonopolis is going to house like 100 people, maybe.
It's not very
And
big.
then also Chandelier, whatever the fuck it is.
Shadaloo.
Chandelier
Chandelier.
is in, I want to say, somewhere near Thailand.
It's iffy because I know in the first Street Fighter game, Sagat was the main boss, and he was from Thailand.
Yeah.
And then they gave this fictional Shadaloo, which is on the ocean, yet also on a river, yet also God knows where.
Kind of jungly, but
Let me
also
just say
sort of
this.
in Russia.
It's Bangkok.
I think
though,
it's
right?
supposed to be Cambodia.
It seems
honestly.
when they're showing the map, though, it's somewhere in the Pacific.
I always
Yeah,
thought
it's-
Bison was Russian.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
I
Shadowlunian.
I know Zangief is supposed to be Russian.
Yeah.
Zangief is Russian.
He's the Russian bear.
Can we go back? Me and Eric both say Zangief. What do you guys say?
Zangief.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is Zangief.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
in the
heard
newer
Zangief.
games, they've
I
said
just
it
say
out loud.
Zangief, whatever.
Oh yeah, when we were kids, it was always Zangief.
Yeah, Zangief.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I just want to make sure.
Anyway, I just want to say this: that it doesn't seem like the spoken language of Shadaloo would be English.
Well, the written language is English with bubbles on the letters, and then
I saw that in the newspaper.
Yeah, and then halfway through the movie, it becomes some. They like tried to make a fake language, but it was too late. They'd already shown multiple signs in newspapers in English.
And then also the news reporters are all English.
Every person in this movie, no matter where they were from or what they were doing, spoke perfect plain English.
No, except for Guile.
And DJ's god
Except for
awful
the American
Jamaican
hero.
accent.
Except for the American that didn't speak English.
Yeah, DJ was rough.
Yeah, DJ's fake Jamaican
At
accent.
least he had a
was really rough.
ponytail.
Now, even Vega he's Spanish.
Did he ever
Did
talk?
Vega
though?
talk?
I don't think Vega ever talked.
Yeah, I don't know if
Says
he.
something.
He talked a little bit.
He's supposed to be a matador.
and at one point, he had a fucking machine gun.
he did at one point have a machine gun.
Also,
I love whenever he makes that homemade claw in the prison.
his stupid Wolverine
Oh,
claw.
that was really funny.
Halloween bones.
See, there are moments in this movie that are redeemable.
that are awesome.
Yeah, like a homemade bone claw.
But to
And-
Eric's point, I sat there watching this and I absorbed nothing.
I mean, I don't.
I
think,
just looked at the screen going, what is happening?
Yeah, like
Nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
You can't follow it.
it
Well,
wasn't
whenever the
very good.
screenwriters blasted on coke through half the thing, and he's just like, "Well, now they're going to be double agents and triple agents, and these guys are going to go over here, and then we're going to take down the whole temple."
I would say we could go back to the whole written in one night thing.
Yeah, you have to.
20
I'm
minutes.
telling you.
I'm pretty sure it's
that was
obvious.
that guy took a 45-minute coke dump and wrote the whole script during
Yeah,
it.
I think he was going on to the next prostitute. I don't know what he was doing.
I mean,
He
what's
let
the-
the prostitutes help.
I mean, guys, he wrote Running Man. That's
Yeah.
a fantastic movie.
And
He wrote Die Hard.
Commandos.
Die
excellent.
Hard.
This same guy wrote Die Hard that wrote this garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I just wow. I mean, what a steep.
You know what this was?
decline.
You know what this was to that guy? A paycheck.
I believe he wrote Judge Dredd, if that helps.
A lake
Yes,
house.
he did write.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
he
beach
did.
house.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, this
like
was something, a vacation
Daddy
home.
needs some new shoes. Let's write a shitty Street Fighter movie.
That's amazing.
I like that. That is very.
I like to
accurate.
think that he really thought this was his masterpiece. Like he's sitting there like punching the script like Vince McMahon in the 90s, like, I've got this. This is going to be the one that really does it. I'm getting the Oscar now.
Can you guys imagine? Since this made almost three times its production budget, anyone seen this more than once?
You know, this came out at like the top hype of like 90s arcade time.
Yeah,
I
94.
believe a bunch of doofus ass kids went to watch this multiple
Man,
times.
you know what? Here's the thing, though. What does it have to do with the arcade game? I mean,
Nothing.
whose storyline is this?
This is
Absolutely
also,
nobody.
Ben Bison is a bad guy, and that's it.
while we watched it,
Wasn't
I wrote
Balrog
down,
a villain?
how
Yeah.
the fuck is this called Street Fighter?
I have no
It's
idea.
about the forces of freedom. That's literally what they call them.
Is there a single street in this movie?
No.
No.
And there's very few hand-to-hand combat scenes.
I have to say,
I don't know where
Other than Bison and Ghoulie at the end, I mean, there's no.
Ghoulie.
I was trying to figure out when I was watching the trailer.
you don't feel this is a combo between Star Wars, Bond, and a war movie?
in a way, yeah. I
Do
do.
you? Do you really
actually.
feel
It
that?
actually, I see where he got that from, but
Do you?
it's like, yeah, like I see the elements, but the elements are strewn across the floor like a child throwing a tantrum.
Yeah, it's
I think if somebody had told me that Gus Van Sant and Wes Anderson, isn't that the other guy that sucks real bad, or David Lynch?
I like Wes
Who's
Anderson.
the guy that real sucks? Like made Electric Man or some shit like.
Electric Man.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's
I
two
have no
directors
idea
that just
what you were
suck
saying.
terribly.
It's not Wes Anderson.
Well, I
Wes
don't know.
Anderson's the really like twee, like hipstery guy.
Roy, he did like the Royal Tenenbaums, and
I think you're
I
probably.
like that movie.
And then David Lynch.
Are you thinking Lars von Trier?
I don't know.
Either way, none of these examples work for this movie because they're bad, but they're bad in a different way.
No, like Gus Van Sant's just bad.
Gus
if
Van
they
Sant
told me
is-
that he made this movie, I'd see it.
There were no 45-minute
be
shots
like,
of
okay,
someone
yes.
picking their nose, so
I've
it couldn't have
never
been a
heard
Gus
of
Van
these
Sant
people.
movie.
I don't even know what the hell they're
Gus
talking
Van Sant's terrible.
I'm gonna have a lot of people. We're gonna have people in the comments telling us that we're Philistines
What-
for not liking these people.
What
but they
movies
suck.
what did Gus Van Sant do?
Last Days.
He did Last Days. He did. Fuck me. If you wouldn't ask me, I've been able to name 10 of them.
Last Days is all I need.
I've
it,
watched
was,
that.
it was a movie about Kurt Cobain's last days,
Oh.
and it was not about Kurt Cobain, and I don't remember there being any words in the fucking movie.
Oh, that's the one that had a 45-minute shot of a window and people. And I was like, well, what's gonna happen? Oh,
Nothing.
they're doing the goddamn dishes. That's what's happening. But we digress.
Yeah.
So you're telling me?
If they told me that shitty director made this movie, I'd have been like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
Well, see, Street Fighter was a lot of things, but I don't know if it was slow and boring. It was quick and confusing.
You don't think it was
Quick,
artsy?
man. It was like fucking.
It was not artsy. I
It was
hour and
too
45
long.
minutes?
It was too long.
Yeah, it was an hour and 45 minutes.
But I mean, within 5 minutes, I mean, Guile's talking into the TV saying
Telling
he's
something
coming
about
for him Bison.
he's got his
reason.
balls.
Chun-Li is a fucking reporter.
Yeah, that's
Chun-Li's a reporter.
Chun-Li's a reporter whose dad died. And that's,
Yes.
that's why Chun-Li's out for revenge. You know, did it ever seem obvious that Zangief was out for revenge or that
Well,
E Honda was out for revenge? I mean, did any of this sink in?
No.
Zangief very clearly said, which you missed this part because you were asleep. He joined up because he thought Bison was the bad guy or the good guy, and as soon as he learned he was the bad guy, he switched teams
Yeah, because at the
and
end,
partied.
whenever DJ is running away with all his bison bucks,
There are Bison bucks.
That's true.
I do remember seeing
Oh,
the
Bison
money.
bucks. I have in my notes right here while we watched it. What does that? How's that add up as Shroot bucks?
let's ask J-Town.
One
You
1,000th
should
of a
know.
cent.
1/1000th of a cent is a Shroot buck.
Which,
J-Town,
as
yeah,
Alex
that's
during
right.
the movie said, so if you had 100 of those, you got a penny.
I do remember that, and I remember going, "No, that's one." Damn it!
Damn it, Alex.
Damn it, Alex! Please do more of the record keeping for the store.
Yes, we are making lots of money at the store
Now, the revenge plot,
Shroot bucks.
in Shroot dollars.
the revenge plot did lead to the only really good scene in my mind where Chun-Li got this almost supervillain monologue where she's talking about how
Yeah, I remember
you
that.
invaded my home and you killed my father and you took everything that
Oh,
I owned.
yeah.
And Bison just goes, I don't remember that. For you, it was the most important day of your life. For Bison, it was Tuesday.
Son of a bitch. That's what.
That
you were
is a
talking
great
about.
line.
That was great.
That
It is.
great
That
line.
is might be one of my all-time favorite movie
And it's
lines.
so overacted because Raul Julia just
He is on
like, I'm
fire,
giving it-
though.
Now, let me try it
I'm giving
again. It was
everything.
more like, for Bison, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, that's kind of
You nailed
that's kind of Thanos like though. Remember, you took everything from me, and he goes,
Oh,
"I don't
shit,
even
it
know who
is.
you are."
It's the same line.
It is.
I wish Thanos would have said, "I snapped my fingers on a Tuesday, bitch."
I don't remember Tuesday. You remember
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Tuesday's nothing when you got the stone.
All right, so
Tuesdays
Gone with the wind.
So what I'm hearing is Endgame is a rip-off of Street Fighter.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, in many ways, though, the superhero movies kind of could become like Street Fighter. Too many characters, shit that doesn't make sense.
So
And
you
they-
watch Justice League.
Yeah, they've
I was
done
about to
good.
say, yeah, it actually did feel like justice.
They've done good with at Marvel with not letting that happen.
Now, here's some bullshit I didn't understand. Why in the fuck did they have to give Ryu a last name?
Yeah, what's his last name?
Hoshi.
And if you're gonna give
don't
him a
remember him
last
having a
name,
name.
why not let him
Hoshi.
be the guy from Ninja Gaiden?
Hayabusa.
Yeah,
Because that was a different franchise.
Yeah.
Is it
He was
not
in Dead or
Capcom?
Alive.
That's not Capcom.
It's not Capcom.
That's Team Ninja.
He was in Dead or Alive. so you
Team
couldn't have him do
Ninja.
that.
Team Ninja.
Team
But he was Ryu Hoshi.
Yeah. Team Ninja also made the worst Metroid game, so we don't talk about them.
Do you guys remember that Ken said "fuck" in the movie?
I don't.
I've never heard that. I never heard
was
that.
this? Did you
said
dream
that.
this?
You
You were
said
asleep,
that as
so
you
I don't-
started to fall away.
It's true.
there.
I was asleep. No, I know it happened.
Just gonna keep.
He does
harping on
not
that
say
one.
fuck in that movie.
Hold on.
I remember you said that Guile was going to say fuck to get a R rating.
If Jean-Claude Van Damme would have said
that.
fuck, we wouldn't have known.
It was a PG-13 rating, wasn't it? It wasn't R.
13, yeah, excuse me.
But you can have up to, back in the 90s, you could have up to 2 fucks because Adventures in Babysitting had 2 fucks.
Man, that's a great movie. It has
I don't
Thor
give
in it.
two
And you
fucks.
know what? The Kingpin plays Thor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I keep
Vincent
forgetting
D'Onofrio.
that. Yeah. That's going to be on Disney Plus, and I've never seen it before, so I'm actually excited.
I saw it when I was a kid, but I don't remember.
Oh, I
Adventures,
thought you were talking about
Adventures in
Daredevil.
Babysitting.
Adventures in Daredeviling.
The Adventures in...
I would watch that.
Yeah.
I would too. Daredevil's in charge of a baby.
Yeah, buddy.
That
Fucking
baby would
A,
die,
man.
though. I mean,
Absolutely.
Daredevil's too sad.
He's
Yeah.
blind.
Oh, I just meant because everyone around Daredevil dies
When the
or
baby
gets AIDS.
shits, he can see it in the diaper.
Yeah.
It makes
smell it.
Oh,
noise.
he can feel it coming through that baby's intestines. He's like, it's happening.
It makes noise. Yeah, he can see it. You can see it
Just hold the
happening.
baby over the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I changed my mind. Daredevil will be the best dad.
So when you watched this movie, did you think any of the characters looked right?
E. Honda looked right.
No, he didn't.
Other than the fact that he was Samoan.
He didn't have abs over his fat.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Or
Zangief
blue
and Vega
pants.
were
Okay,
perfect.
fine. No, Vega was not perfect.
M.
Vega was
Bison?
Vega
perfect.
does not have that tattoo in Street Fighter 2, the game.
But he gets it later on in like 4 and 5.
That may be true, but this was based on Street Fighter 2. Therefore, he is not perfect in the movie. Booyah.
That is
I
the
gotta
most
go with
nitpicky
mine.
thing. Okay, well, then I'm going to nitpick and say that Zangief is wearing shorts instead of panties. If we're going to go that deep.
Damn, that is good though.
I wanted to see Zangief wrestle a bear.
Wait, what are those marks on Zangief?
Bear marks.
Bear. That's where he got clawed by a bear. He's a bear wrestler.
Yeah, that's what that's supposed to be
That's
on
what
the
that's
game.
supposed to be.
That
He
doesn't
also-
I
translate.
always thought it was supposed to be hair.
Damn, Alex.
He also
No,
is a
I
bear.
thought it was tattoos.
I always thought it was hair.
See, Eric thought it was hair.
It's kind of
You
like
guys
for the
suck.
longest time, I thought Thor's boots in the old comics were tiger striped instead of being wrapped.
I
So
remember
I feel that.
AJ first said to me, Thor has tiger stripe boots. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I totally saw it.
Yeah. I
Okay.
thought that for years.
But M. Bison looks perfect.
And Bison does look good.
Yeah, except for whenever he, spoiler alert, has to get resuscitated by a suit and it puffs up like some sort of weird fetish gear.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. You know, the one I was really let down by was Blanca.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my
Blanca
God.
was
He
bullshit.
just looks like Adam and someone threw green powder on
hey.
him.
Well,
he
like
get-
a big giant nose
Hey.
and like a dumb forehead.
Right.
It was pretty nice of whoever made Child's Play to loan them a wig.
Saget.
Because he's got,
Toy guns. Ken, fuck you.
Not in there.
I do not remember
It's
this.
not in there.
Look,
That was like the very
Quotes.
first scene.
I think we were talking through it.
it's
Oh,
very
he
possible.
said "fuck you" in the beginning.
Yeah.
we were definitely talking.
We were definitely
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, so
We
So
lost
Ken did
interest.
drop an F-bomb, everybody. Adam was right.
Yeah, we lost interest in the movie
Well, he
about
was wrong.
7 seconds into it. So
but you were wrong about a lot of stuff.
That's because 7 seconds in,
Nirvana,
you can't
so.
follow it.
I'm wrong
Yeah.
about a lot of things.
but we can, if we're going to draw parallels, somehow this movie both took a random female character and made her a journalist for no reason.
Yep.
And
Just like April O'Neil.
April.
yeah, just like April O'Neil, which must have been a trend in the 90s that I don't remember. And they both movies involve super jumpy boots.
Super jumpy boots.
Because,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, M. Bison uses super jumpy boots to do
Son
the
of a
Psycho
bitch.
Crusher.
He really does.
Damn,
And
he
he
did.
does the big fly down. He says
It was
something
awesome.
to him
You're
about
at the
being
end
a
of the
god.
movie.
I love
Yes.
that. That looks so much like a fucking wire thing. Anyway,
There are
looks
multiple
terrible.
wire kung fu moments in this movie. There's like a wire
You
drop
know what
kick.
I have to say though that there was really no good choreography whatsoever.
no,
Oh, it was
really.
hot garbage.
No, it was
Yeah, it
terrible.
was really bad.
Plus, though,
I mean, I did read about why the choreography was
'Cause they
bad,
were
and it was
coming up
because
with
of
it.
Raul Julia.
yeah, right.
And
then.
it was because they were supposed to have. So like movies usually film where they film the action scenes first, and then they do the or they do the up close stuff first, so they have time to get all the cinematography ready. But because of his sickness, they had to film all that first. So they didn't have any time. A lot of times they were creating the scene and then acting it out right at like within 5 minutes.
I believe that. Someone though pointed out
obvious.
like how good like the recipe we're missing to making a good action game movie
Yeah.
is take any fighting game franchise, don't give a fuck what it is, Fatal Fury,
Virtual Fighter.
fuck, and give it to the guy who made John Wick 1.
Oh
And,
hell yeah!
It doesn't have to have a plot. I
I
don't
haven't
care.
seen that.
Well,
You've not seen John Wick?
Nope.
and I get why you wouldn't.
me
It took
neither.
me,
I
it took me
haven't
2
either.
years to give it a chance because
I
I
looked
thought it
at
looked bad.
Keanu Reeves and went.
I can't do Keanu.
It's so good though.
I can't.
I've heard that.
I was in your shoes.
I'm
and I
gonna
learned
give it a
to-
shot.
Is it since Neo is the Matrix? Is that
Just
why you
in
can't?
general.
I will
You don't
say
like
this.
Keanu?
There's like a movie where he's
But you
on
love
a
Bill and
bus.
Ted.
I am
I do
pumped
like
for
it.
the Bill and Ted reboot.
I
Yeah,
do
that
like
looks
Bill
good.
and Ted. I struggle with Keanu.
over
Watch-
speed.
Watch
Just in general.
Watch
Just-
John Wick and tell me that's not a good movie.
I get Will Smith vibes off of it.
No.
I do.
No.
I do.
Ooh, that's bad. I mean,
Will Smith vibes are the
That's
worst.
bad whiff, man, right there.
Yeah,
That's-
they're the worst. I like when Blanca's being created. All it takes to make him go nuts
Kool-Aid.
is some Kool-Aid and some green shit.
I do like
that says DNA mutagen on the bag,
Yeah.
and the other one says something
Oh, it's
it's
anabolic.
red.
It's not
Anabolic plasma.
steroid. Anabolic plasma. yeah.
anabolic plasma.
I like that they use little hugs. Basically, they just filled those bags with the little hugs drink. And
See,
Yeah.
what y'all are forgetting though is they also gave him a virtual boy and started showing him pictures of Hitler, which made him mad. But then whenever
No, the
Dalsim,
virtual boy,
yeah, well, Dalsim, who they inexplicably in a rare non-mega racist moment for the 90s, actually made Dalsim a scientist.
Yeah,
And then he
Against
has
his will, though.
Yeah, his change of plans involves showing him a little boy playing with a ball, and that counteracts the Hitler.
yes.
Because the opposite
know-
of Hitler is a little boy playing with a ball.
Absolutely.
I
you know
feel
the
like
only
sorry.
other movie I remember seeing the character that played Dalsim, his name is Roshan Seth, was in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
That's literally him.
That's him.
Wow.
So you talk about not being able to do Keanu. I can't do Indiana Jones.
Whoa! Fuck! What the fuck?
There's only 2 really good Indiana Jones
That's
movies.
incorrect. What the fuck?
Temple of Doom's
what?
bad.
We just dropped a
Temple of Doom
bomb.
is rough. But
Well, everybody's got to
Keanu
drop
with
a
the
bomb
Crystal
once every now and
It's
then.
better than people say, but it's still not great.
I'm fucking impressed. What?
Impressed.
You like Dragon Ball Z, and you can't do fucking.
oh, we just went anime.
You can't do Indiana
Alex said he likes
Jones?
anime.
That's
I
true,
did
dude.
not.
We got it
say
recorded,
that.
by
We have
the
that
way.
recorded.
I did not
Dan,
say that.
Dan, please drop it right
Right
here.
No, I did
Here.
not say
Yes.
it.
Thank you.
Everyone shut up just for a second. Drop it right here.
The anime was great. It was great. Okay, well,
Okay,
listen.
now everybody knows
That's
that
fucked
Alex
up,
did in
and
fact
we'll
say
come
it.
This
back
is
to
going to be
that.
my new favorite episode.
We'll
Oh,
come
this
back
is gonna
to
be
that.
awesome.
What about the guys
Does that mean you're actually going to listen to it?
No.
What about the guys that travel with that DNA mutagen? You think if one of them wrecked or something happened,
I would say it's just
You
the,
get Toka and
maybe
Razor.
it went in the fucking sewer and created the turtles.
maybe.
Oh,
Splash
maybe
Daredevil in the eyes.
maybe they hit a blind kid and it created Daredevil.
All I know is they better have good insurance.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
what is the insurance situation like in Shadaloo? Do they just pay in bison bucks?
Well, obviously, did anyone even try to turn Charlie, who's the wrong name for the character?
a
Who's
minute.
Carlos?
Yeah, let's talk about the fact that whenever Guile rescues his friend
He
Charlie,
immediately wants to shoot him.
yeah, he walks up. Charlie is still of
does.
sound
He wants to
mind. He's
put him to
like,
death.
I'm terrible looking, and Guile's like, Charlie
Yeah.
never mentions
I'll
wanting to
help
die
you,
yet.
buddy.
Oh,
He
he
just
doesn't.
he pulls his gun. His friend that he's been trying to rescue,
He's
who
like,
is
we'll just put you down.
he's still like
He's like
sentient.
a sick dog.
Yeah, he's
just
still
like,
sick.
he's
well,
like he's ugly now.
just gonna put you down.
You have a big nose.
Yeah, your nose is up pointed. I'll put you out, Charlie. Well, this is the same guy who murdered like 40 civilians
Yes.
to make an arrest on an underground fighting ring.
Isn't his whole fucking MO based on saving his buddy?
Yeah, the whole movie is based on him going after.
Did he save him?
No.
No, he tried to murder him.
Well, I know
For
that,
one, he
but I
tried
mean,
to murder.
What happened at the
and
end?
then Dalsim,
I was asleep.
and
I was
yes,
asleep.
you were asleep. Dalsim and Blanca get together and they're like, "We're gonna hang out here while this whole thing explodes."
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yep.
Why does
gotta-
Dalsim kill
totally got
himself?
out.
I gotta
They
say,
just die?
Yeah, well, Dalsim gets his hair
was-
completely burnt off with no damage to his head.
Hey,
at
that
all.
makes sense.
yeah,
'cause
all of a
he's supposed
sudden
to be bald.
He's bald.
He's supposed to
There's
be.
no-
And he's got the little
yeah.
thing around his neck,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have baby skulls on it.
Yeah,
But
and
did he
without
do
the
this
baby
thing?
skulls.
No,
Did not.
The dance clap.
Adam is dancing.
I'm
Maybe-
doing
maybe
Dalsim's dance clap when he
Dalsim
wins.
got out with some yoga fire.
He did the yoga teleport and he collected some baby skulls, and then that's where we see Street Fighter 2.
Obviously, that's what the directors think of Hindu.
Well,
See, what they were gonna do was they were gonna make a sequel and call it Turbo. Then they were gonna make a sequel
Yeah.
after that and call it Hyper.
Alpha
Championship
A.
Edition.
Well, I wonder why they didn't. It made money.
It
They
makes
did
money.
make money. I don't know why they didn't make a sequel to it.
Well,
It
when
made
you
money.
when you have perfection, you don't fuck with it, guys.
I like within 5 minutes of the movie, you see M. Bison drop civilians into like a
pit.
fucking pit.
Oh, the hostage pit.
He has a
hostage
hostage
pit.
tank. And is that ever
That's-
resolved?
That's
It
right
is.
in the
It is.
middle
Yeah.
of
Okay.
the compound. Like, you know the command room that they're all
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
Fucking hostage pit's right in the middle of
Right
it.
in the
And he
middle.
has 63 hostages in there, he says.
Well,
He's got a
he's one
bunch.
short then.
But right in the
because of
middle,
Charlie. Yeah.
right in the
Right.
middle of the floor, like it could just open at any time.
I
and
do
his
remember
crew
him
would
breaking.
fall.
I remember that. You know what? Here's
talking
something
right
I
over me.
Forgot to.
Gosh, damn. Go
All
for
right,
it.
then.
Go for it.
Alex
we
has
were
never.
Just, we were just talking about this. It's
Alex has never talked over any of us.
Nope.
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 Keep going.
Only unfair when it's done to him.
That's not true. I've just said we're all talking over each other, and then he just went right for it again.
Not much.
Let's burn this episode.
Let's do it.
All right. Yep. I'm done.
Start it over. No, I seriously was wondering if how Balrog's going to fit in. He's a boxer
Well, where did he get his gloves from out of nowhere?
out of nowhere. Well, no.
They were in somebody's locker.
Adam was asleep, but he did get him out of a locker.
Oh,
Was
it must
he
have
a
been
villain?
Dean. No.
no,
not
he
in the
was a
movie.
hero.
Well, he
In the
had-
game, he was a villain. In the movie, he's a hero.
Some of the things they decided to stay true to are odd because he has that dumb hair in the game.
Yeah, he's
and
got-
they decided to stay true to the dumb hair.
He's got the
Mike Tyson.
Vegeta widow's peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like other
kinda-
things, they didn't stay true to, like Ken's hair,
And like M. Bison snapping to people's necks.
Or E Honda being actually Japanese instead of a just giant Samoan guy.
yeah, that was
or just having a movie about people fighting
I never
in
saw
a
fight.
contest.
Now, I know they did reference certain stages, like when you first see Sagat, there's the giant statues in the
Yes.
background and stuff, but they didn't really ever show us like a stage that we'd be actually familiar with.
There were little homages, like
There were.
whenever they were fighting in The locker room.
They had
E-Honda's.
it was E-Honda's level.
Yeah, the bathhouse.
Yeah, and what really got me more than that is how lazy it was that the only like big move we got was Guile's flash kick. Like he didn't we didn't have they couldn't have
And the
like,
Psycho Cutter.
oh yeah, the Psycho Crusher, but we couldn't have gotten a fucking
Sonic
Shoryuken.
Boom. Sonic Boom.
Yeah, I mean, a Hadouken, which is arguably the most famous thing from the
Right.
whole fucking
Well,
franchise.
Oh, they're trying to be grounded and
feel
gritty.
that,
here.
Adam.
In all fairness, there is at one point I did see, I think it was Ken, kind of little short uppercut and twirl.
No, but
maybe,
Guile
but-
does the upside down kick.
yeah,
the flash kick.
Oh, that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about. But Chun-Li did come out at M. Bison pretty hard in that room.
Did she
But she didn't do
chicken
the
leg?
lightning kick.
Yeah, but
She
did
did
she,
like a flying kick though,
but she didn't do the chicken leg.
No, she had the the wider fight like drop kick.
and E-Honda didn't do the hand thing.
100 hand slap.
1,000 hand slap.
100 hands.
And you know,
Is it
not
100 or
one.
1,000?
Oh wait,
I think we
stop
need to
this.
look
Who's
this up.
right about this? Adam, look it up.
'Cause I always thought it was 1,000 hand slap.
I'm with Eric. I thought it was 1,000, but I also would not
I think
swear
it's
by
Adam.
that.
100
I'm only
hand.
like 60%
this,
confident.
This side of the table says 100 hands.
This is
slap.
Well,
I'm saying 100 hand slap.
while we're doing that, I think it is also the
find
most
out.
egregious bullshit that not once did Sagat start screaming the word tiger over and over again. Tiger, tiger, tiger,
You know,
tiger uppercut.
Did Blanca ever do any electricity?
Not
No,
once.
no, but they kept hinting at it because everything in Dalsim's lab, if you touched it, if you farted near it, it burst into sparks.
Yeah,
Like
because at one point, isn't
It's a little
somebody like
heavy-handed.
leaning on something and it's just sparking forever?
Alex
Dalsim
has,
lightly
uh,
falls against it and it starts
Hold up.
exploding.
Alex has an announcement to make.
All right.
100 hand slap.
Yeah, but as your wife
He's
has
right.
pointed out, we can't go by the internet all the time.
Okay.
I think this one's safe. Then.
Okay. 100 hand slap. Street
Did you
Fighter
look up 100
fandom.
hand slap?
No,
I
he
did. I said 100.
It's on Wikipedia though.
Yeah, it's streetfighterwiki.com.
I'm not letting this go.
Streetfighter.fandom.com.
I was right, Eric. Just let it go.
I'm
not.
defecting.
I'm not letting you.
Eric is wrong.
You're weak.
True.
Hey, wait a minute though. E Honda has paint on his face.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
They
And that's
fucked
what
that
like
up,
no,
too.
the,
He has
he's
like
got
the
that
rising
blood.
sun. He
Yeah.
has the rising
He's
sun.
got the
on his-
blood on his face that's supposed to look like that.
Seriously?
Yes.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's a couple weird
Adam,
things that
you-
they
Adam,
decided
you were
to,
right.
like you could definitely tell that as he was taking his coke dump and writing this, he had a TV in the bathroom with him playing the game, and every now and then he'd be like, "We got to put that fucking mural in there, man. That mural is that's important.
That's the most important thing. That
A little like
bathhouse.
wave.
Do we need electrical powers? No, that's bullshit. We need Chucky hair. As long as he has Chucky hair, we're good."
And he didn't have like the big swath of like chest hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, now that was oddly missing.
It was orange though.
It was
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah. I was so let
needed
down with
that,
Blanca as a
though.
kid. Maybe even more as an adult.
What
Did you guys
cracked
see
me up-
Saget's scar? Because I was asleep.
At the
Yes.
very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
but
you
it's
can-
completely unexplained.
But that is from Ryu doing the Dragon
It also looks like it's
Dragon
fresh.
Punch.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
fresh. I thought that.
But
My knuckle looks like that when I scratch it.
yeah, they were too lazy to put it through most of the movie, so he just wore a shirt the whole time.
Yeah,
You know, that guy's from Last of the Mohicans.
he is. Yeah,
Man, that guy looks like he's about to have a heart attack at all times in that movie.
Magua.
He's sweating.
You know,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
actually a Native American. I don't know. You know, they got
he's from Thailand.
nope.
No, he's from Shadaloo.
Shadaloo.
Gosh.
Chandelier.
He's,
Chandelier.
but yeah, that he's actually probably maybe the best actor they had. No, I would say Ming Na Wen was the best actor.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
was good. I
Well, no.
Yeah, what gets
Raul
me,
Julia was the best
He's
actor.
the best
That's
part
true.
of the movie.
what gets me is, you know what we haven't even talked about is this wasn't the last Street Fighter movie.
No, there's more.
No, there are a
There
lot
was
more.
the-
There's animated ones.
There was the Chun-Li movie.
Yeah, the Legend of Chun-Li.
And then
Yeah.
did you know they also did a game based on the movie?
Oh, you mean Street Fighter the movie, the game? I'm
Yes.
aware.
Street
I'm
Fighter,
familiar.
The movie, the game. I love when something can be titled the
Me too.
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie, the game.
That's why
Rise
we
of the Planet of the Apes.
That's why we wanted
Rise
to
of the
get
Planet-
the
Rise of the
Super
Dawn
Mario
of the-
Brothers the movie, the game.
I'm surprised we didn't.
I'm surprised.
then we
didn't.
make a
But
movie
it's-
about that. Super. Oh, I'm already fucked
the movie,
up.
the game, the movie.
Thank you.
The movie, the game, the movie. I like that.
That's good. I like that.
The movie, the game. The movie.
You know, this episode's hard to do because this movie is fucking doesn't have a plot.
But you
No.
know what though?
It's unfollowable
That's all there
garbage.
is to
At
it.
the same time, it's really fun to talk about.
It
yeah,
is.
like can we talk about the fact that they gave up halfway on Blanca's makeup because they gave him big beefy arms and shoulders, but then his tits and gut are just like normal.
That's what
Alex
I'm
is saying he
saying.
looks like me.
I'm saying it looks like someone threw green powder on Adam and gave him a Chucky.
So I want to say this. My review for the movie is that it's a 1 out of 10, but my review for talking about the movie is a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It's
Also,
fucking awesome.
the Amazon Prime rating
really
was 4
fun.
out of 5 stars.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, which
Put
is
that on
weird
the table.
because it's 11% rotten.
I do have to. Yeah, I'm with you, Adam. Like, who went to see this more than once?
I don't know.
I feel like Justin did,
No,
even though I know he didn't.
No, Justin
the
didn't
Coble
like
Kid.
it at the Coble.
I don't
Kid.
think Coble saw it more than once.
I know I watched it in theaters, and then my grandma bought the VHS for me for Christmas, even though I didn't ask for it.
Did you watch it?
Almost certainly. I only had like 6 VHSs back then.
Did you at the Super Mario Super Show?
I did not, but,
No, but you know what? I've got it on DVD at the house.
I'm
and the
sorry.
Legend of Zelda cartoon.
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't?
Excuse
Okay.
me.
I always wanted it.
Excuse
Princess.
me.
Hey, Munch noticed that his Gal's tattoo's on the wrong arm.
It is at one point. It is
Is it-
completely on the wrong arm.
Is it pointed backwards?
Well, it's made out of puff paint, so
Yeah,
like,
did you see
it doesn't
the
even-
white stars?
No, it looks
on
really bad.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't look anything like it. It looks like someone went to Hobby Lobby, got them little tubes of paint, and just like whatever.
Here we go. Nobody's ever going to see it.
He flexes into the camera with his puff paint tattoo.
Yeah.
And it is the saddest shot in the whole movie.
You guys know that I was going to actually watch Universal Soldier when I got home from work today, and then I was like,
Couldn't do it.
I said, if I watch 2 Jean-Claude Van Damme movies today, it'll break the universe. It'd be
Space-time
like-
continuum.
It'd be like that day with the 2 copies of Shaq Fu, one on Super Nintendo, one on
No.
Genesis, came into the store.
Causes a
and
curse.
things started going wrong.
It ruined that whole day.
It would be just like that.
Another thing about his tattoo is it doesn't have white stripes on it, but it has white stars on it.
Yeah, they kind of like got lazy on that one.
It's just the
Somebody
stars
ran out
are
of white
white.
paint.
Yeah, they ran out of the puff paint.
They only
just-
have one tube.
Couldn't find any more puff paint in Bangkok.
I'm not shocked or surprised that it's
Shadaloo.
bad. It's so, but it's fun though, isn't it?
It is
I mean,
fun.
even though it's terrible, it's
Zangief
fun.
is the star of the movie, though.
Yeah,
fun.
Zangief, I wanted,
Fun to
because
talk
he
about.
was so happy to have friends in the end, I wanted to give him a big hug and tell him it was okay. It's
feel-
okay, he was evil, he was confused.
I feel like Blanca died. I don't recall him. At
Blanca
the,
and Dalsim actually absolutely died.
I don't recall them at the last scene where they posed.
They're not.
No, they died. Like, it did the Metroid thing
They
where
really
as soon as
died?
the final boss got beat, the whole thing went into self-destruct.
Yeah.
Blanca died.
But I do want to talk just a little bit about M. Bison's Dr. Robotnik car.
Oh my God, his little floaty platform.
Little floaty platform.
And it has the arcade game
Yeah,
on
It's
it.
got 2 in case you needed 2 players.
Oh, you know
he
what?
use
I
to
was
blow
thinking,
up the
man,
sea mountains?
I really slept through something awesome, but I do remember that it had
Yeah,
the Earth, and then it had the control sticks.
And he's playing 2-player while he's
Yeah,
trying to
absolutely.
blow up
Yes,
the
he
stealth
is.
boat.
Yes, he is.
So what came first, this or Super Mario Brothers?
Mario.
Okay, so Street Fighter had the random journalist female character that was way more important than the main character, but she got pushed aside anyway. It had super jumpy boots.
Yep.
It had a fight, a weird fight in the middle of a bucket. This is the same movie, guys.
It is the same
You know
movie.
what?
It has
God, it is
Bisonopolis
kind of-
instead of Dino Hatton.
Yeah,
Hatton.
it ends similar.
You know, and I'm not sure that Guile had brakes on his little tank because
There's a lot of sparks in that laboratory, too.
and it was wildly inconsistent at all times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was
Look,
that.
at the
Jinx.
very end scene, it's E Honda, Tomahawk,
Yeah, T-Hawk.
Thomas
Thunderhawk.
Thunderhawk,
Oh.
Ken, Balrog, Cammy, who we've not talked about, Zangief, Guile, Chun-Li, and Red, Ryu,
Never wears any blue the entire fucking movie.
Did you guys notice that?
and then a
everyone's
guy
in their
that I've
alternate
never
costumes?
seen before.
I guess.
Everyone was in their alternate costumes.
I don't know who the hell
Who's
that
the guy
is.
on the end?
But the one cool thing though is when it has the end flash up on the screen, they all take their like final poses.
Oh,
from,
which side?
Yeah, like Chun-Li does her dumb little jump, and
That's Ken.
E Honda does this cool thing. Is that Ken?
No, Ken's wearing a red suit.
Yeah, because Ken and Ryu get their
Oh, wait,
geese,
is that-
but they've got the Shadaloo
that's
symbol
E
on.
No, the other way. On the other side.
This
who's,
one.
Who's that?
That's Ken.
Also, people.
Ken can't be on there twice.
Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah, it's just some random.
I think
chud.
it's an extra.
Whoa.
Is that T-Hawk?
No,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, because
no,
he was
that's
always
Thunderhawk.
crouched down.
bullshit. He's over there by the other guy.
Bullshit he is.
You guys just agreed and said that was
No,
T-Hawk.
dude, that's Thunderhawk.
Who's this guy then? Over there by Zangief.
Balrog.
No, that guy.
That was that random dude.
We're looking at
One
a
of these
picture
two
which
is
is
That's the
very-
random dude.
So
I don't know which one of them's the random
T-Hawk
dude.
is the one that's all the way to
T-Hawk
the side.
is the other one, but that's a
That's
random
a random
guy.
dude that they
There's
never
just-
named.
Just some random chud that they
He's an
used instead of
AN.
Fei Long.
Yeah.
AN officer.
It is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Though. They are all doing their poses.
Yeah, which I guess they couldn't get the licensing right to the UN because everything was the Allied Nations, the
That was
AN,
really bad.
which makes it even weirder. Like I get they were trying to follow the games by making Guile American, but the fact that the whole thing revolves around a multinational army, they could have easily made his ass Belgian and no one would have cared. It would have been less stupid.
Yeah, but Guile
Hero has to be American.
He has an American flag tattoo.
Street Fighter the
He could have had a
movie, the
Belgian
game.
flag tattoo. I don't know what the Belgian flag looks like.
It's colors.
It's colors. It's probably red.
It's probably got lines on it.
yeah.
Isn't it red, yellow, and black?
Probably.
Have you played
Denmark?
Street Fighter the movie, the game?
No.
I have, and it is
God.
exactly
I might have
as
a long
bad as-
time ago.
Me and Jacob had that at one point because I think it was on PS1.
Alex,
Yeah.
that's something that doesn't come into our show.
It looks amazing.
It is really
Look
bad.
how good
Well,
it
it's got
looks.
that same
it's
shit that the
terrible.
that
It's the actress from the movie.
I know.
That is the actress from the movie.
So we need this brought into our store, and I have
Yeah.
to beat Eric on it.
Does
by
anyone
jumping?
Fuck you.
yeah.
Oh, I would leg sweep.
Fuck you.
I think during a Halloween Comic Fest, I will order a damn copy of this game as long as it's not one of those stupid games that's worth like $100. We
Oh,
can
there's
have
no way that's
ourselves a
worth
Street
money.
Fighter the movie the game tournament.
Oh,
Street Fighter
man.
the movie game tournament.
I am
Go to the
for
game.
it.
Let's see how much it is. I'm gonna price chart it real quick.
Yeah, I have absolutely been like, we should order this stupid game before.
bet this
Never
game's
mind, it's
no more than-
$150.
Bet this game is no more than $12.
Oh, I'd say if it's
What
over
do you
$5.
think?
What does the
Adam?
winner get though for the tournament? We got to come up with some kind of no prize.
Shame.
A Street Fighter.
Shame.
A Street Fighter the
Sadness.
movie.
The winner
t-shirt.
gets shamed.
Yes, actually, we can
Oh my
have
god! I would rock a Street Fighter the
too.
movie the
With-
game.
with
no,
Jean-Claude
no,
Van
Street Fighter the movie the game
the shirt.
T-shirt.
That's what I'm saying.
The shirt.
Street Fighter the movie, the game, the shirt.
We're
Actually,
announcing
you know
it
what?
right now.
Fuck that being the tournament
That'd be
prize.
awesome.
I want one of those. That can be our uniform for the day.
Yes,
day.
that would be awesome.
Hold on, guys. What? Let's start with Adam.
shirt.
What do you think the price is? Wait, it's on multiple consoles, dude.
I'm sure it was
Loose.
on. I think it was on the Saturn too.
Is this just a CD game?
It's a CD game.
Yeah, I mean they thought it was going to be
I'm
hot
gonna
shit.
say-
They
Sega
put it on.
Saturn, PlayStation.
Complete,
Because I had it on the PS1.
complete $2.99.
Loose for PlayStation 1, $22.
Oh,
What?
Saturn, 12.
I got one of them.
And long box for PS1, $26. That's loose though, so I don't see how.
Long box loose doesn't really.
don't-
matter.
All right,
See
we're gonna
how
have to
that
all
works.
chip in on this because I'm not paying $30 for
Just buy
Street
the
Fighter the
Saturn.
movie the game.
That's fair.
But let's
We don't
see-
have a Saturn.
Let's see what it costs though. $35 at complete and boxed for the PS1.
Yeah.
Plus one.
PSX.
So we should get that. Yeah, PSX. That's what
We're gonna hit up our T-shirt guy and get some Street Fighter the movie the game the shirt.
share this episode a bunch.
I love that.
You might be able to win a shirt.
Yeah, guys. I mean, that would be a cool giveaway.
The shirt.
Some
The
swank.
shirt. Something with Jean-Claude Van Damme on it. I almost said Rob Van Damme.
We
Because we
will-
could have the Blitzkrieg Pop, the podcast, the shirt.
the movie.
Oh yeah, we can make a video of us wearing the shirt. So it's Street Fighter the movie the game the shirt the movie
The podcast.
the podcast.
Wow.
The store.
So many
It goes on and on and on.
Yeah, can we,
This is so macro.
It goes
You mean
on.
meta?
And on.
Even meta.
I don't think
I don't
there's
know what any of that
anything else
means.
to say about this.
I mean, it was.
I feel like we've reached the ending.
It was just as bad as Super Mario without the fun factor.
I thought Mario was way better.
So
Mario was better.
Yeah.
if Street Fighter wasn't, but it is, so disjointed of an effort. I mean, I'm not sure. I can't honestly feel like it wasn't written by the same person, much less in one night.
I don't know. I'm telling you, the guy got
it's
blasted,
disjointed.
and while he was constipated on the toilet, fired it out.
That's very
But his
possible.
mind was racing.
I remember really enjoying it, and this time I did not enjoy it.
As someone who has definitely never done coke before, I can tell you that.
I wasn't talking about Coke.
Well, I was just saying your mind gets disjointed. You don't always follow a good narrative.
I enjoyed this more this time than I did any other watching, but it was just because we talked through the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good time watching it together, but
I feel like Adam might have enjoyed it more than us because he missed
He got a
that.
good nap at the end of it, man.
I really did. I was really
Had a
tired.
really good nap at the end.
Yeah.
Or he might have dreamed of a good Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
No.
Some of those
The one where-
animated movies are actually pretty good.
Yeah, actually, the Street Fighter 2, the animation, I think is what it's called.
Street Fighter 2, the movie, the animation.
They
Street
have-
Fighter 2, the movie, the animation, the anime is actually pretty good.
There's seriously 4 of them.
There
Oh
are-
yeah, oh
there's a
yeah.
bunch
I've
of
only
them.
seen 2 and Alpha, and Alpha wasn't very good, but 2 was.
They have a
Yeah.
cartoon based on the movie as well.
Yes, there is an animated series.
What?
Street Fighter the movie, Street Fighter 2 the movie, the animated
Okay.
series.
Well, eventually we're going to do an episode based on my all-time
Tshirt.
That's amazing.
The game.
The shirt.
Yeah, my all-time favorite subject that we are definitely doing an episode on is how in the 80s and 90s, for some reason, the most gory, gross, awful movies, Toxic Avenger, Rambo, Swamp Thing,
Street Fighter.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, got turned into really
Cheesy.
kid-friendly cartoons when their source
I
material
mean, that
was
would be
disgusting.
a great episode. Would you guys like to hear that one?
Yeah, I mean,
AJ said,
AJ's like, yeah, absolutely.
AJ said, yeah.
I'll do it by my goddamn self. if
You're
I have to.
obviously who I'm
I
talking
want to
to.
hear that.
But yeah, if y'all have never seen Toxic Avenger, go watch it and then go watch the Toxic Crusader cartoon. And it is the
It's
most.
the other way around, isn't it? Or is it Toxic?
No, the movie came first, and then the cartoon came.
Yeah,
out.
but I know. But was the movie the Toxic Crusader or Toxic Avenger?
Hey, it has a video game too.
I'm pretty sure it's a Toxic
fucking
Avenger
hard
and then
to-
Crusader's the cartoon, but I would not swear by it.
But I think maybe you're right. I can't.
You know
But
what's
that
a
and
shame?
fucking Rambo. Rambo had a kid's cartoon.
Rambo's
yeah, but
the
Rambo
shit.
was really not that graphic. The first one's really not that graphic.
The new
remember-
one has a guy getting his collarbone ripped out while he's still alive.
I remember
But,
watching that Toxic Avenger cartoon when I was a kid.
They listen to
too.
the Misfits too
Fucking
much.
loved it.
Yeah,
Hey.
it wasn't.
Sorry.
Take someone by their collarbone and snap their rib cage.
Yeah.
Come on, all hell's breaking loose. God damn it, you guys suck.
Nerd.
When all hell breaks loose. You know what I'm surprised never got a cartoon was Zen the Intergalactic Ninja.
I think it was right there at the.
It was there, wasn't
it?
it?
Barely missed it.
It went to Archie Comics
Yeah.
and had a video game on the NES.
And
That's complete
yeah,
shit.
that's the trifecta. You got the comic, the game, and the show.
And the
right?
best part is the comics always went one of two ways. Either it was like that fake 90s graphic violent or it became really cutesy all of a sudden.
Right.
It went from violent to cutesy with the Archie.
Yeah, like and
Yeah.
Toxie was the comic and the
the same
cartoon
thing.
were adorable. The movie involved the guy's face melting off a couple times.
And he falls in fucking waste
He's getting
path. Oh, what is it?
yeah, it's kind of like
he's getting
the
shit. He's getting made fun of by a bunch of jocks, and they shove him out a window in the locker, and in the locker room, and he falls into a vat of toxic waste.
What I recall is he's wearing a tutu.
Yes, he
yes,
is.
he is.
Yes, he is.
And,
And he has a
Weird.
super smoking hot girlfriend who is blind.
yeah, he looks like the villain at the end of RoboCop.
He's the Thing.
He kind of is the
He
thing.
sort of is the thing. Only
Honestly, he
Big
is,
gross monster hot girlfriend who's blind.
but
he's
he's
kind
funny.
of based on a Jack Kirby creation.
I mean, I think
There's
that's
no
why
way
it was
around
Toxic Avenger, and I think you were right. I mean, I think it's might just all of it be a play on
yeah.
Marvel.
I've never really thought about it before, but that's almost certainly true.
Everything great is.
But-
So is the Ninja Turtles.
But RoboCop's another one of those that had some really inappropriate. kid
RoboCop
things.
is the shit.
Did RoboCop
Yeah.
get a kids cartoon?
It had a kitty.
It did have a cartoon, didn't it?
Wow.
Unless I'm having a fever dream about this.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
didn't know that.
I know it had a television show that was god awful.
Yeah. It had a third movie that was god awful where
Oh,
he fought
yeah.
a samurai RoboCop that cut off his hand.
Okay, now
that
is
remake
this
was pretty good.
is the second movie the one that has the brain with eyeballs in a jar?
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing.
Oh,
And it
man,
also
I
has a
forgot about
claymation
that.
robot opening fire on a, like, him and RoboCop have a stationary gun battle while people run into the bullets.
Okay. We're getting so off topic here. I mean,
Wait.
we're getting way into other things. we should
Don't
be
stop
talking about.
yet.
I'll talk about RoboCop all
made
day.
an appearance on a wrestling
Wrestling.
program.
He saved
Yeah.
Sting.
He saved
Yes, he did.
Sting, and that is amazing, right?
I've watched that.
That was
before.
amazing.
It was-
Such a bad RoboCop costume.
It was played completely straight to. I want to say it was Bobby the Brain, but don't quote me on that. Just the whole time being like, I can't believe it. RoboCop's here to save the Stinger.
I think he pulled Sting out of a cage.
He bends the bars of
Yeah.
the cage and pulls Sting out and carries him. To
I
safety.
feel like that's missing with new things, right? That's never going to happen again.
It doesn't need to.
Doesn't
Yes.
need to.
Doesn't
Yes.
really need to.
I want an action hero. I want Rambo to show up on Monday Night Raw.
I want John Wick to come and beat the shit out of Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
watch that.
Yeah, that's
I'd
what
watch
I'm
that
saying.
for Keanu Reeves.
Doesn't even have to be. I don't even want it to be Keanu. I want someone in bad John Wick cosplay.
Yeah,
to
because
come
that's
out.
not the real RoboCop
Yeah.
on the rest.
He's wearing.
Don't you disparage that.
Oh, that motherfucker's wearing like a Walmart robot
RoboCop's real,
RoboCop
damn it.
costume.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Let's bring Street Fighter back into play here.
Why?
Let's cast this movie now. If you're gonna cast Street Fighter right now, I'm gonna ask you guys your opinions.
Okay.
Who is your Guile?
It's my ghoulie.
Who's your Ghoulie?
Oh shit,
We're the groovy ghoulies, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I didn't even think about this.
Chris Evans.
Chris
No.
Hemsworth.
No.
It's off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a better answer.
Channing Tatum.
Oh, that's
Actually, that would be good.
perfect.
It's not bad.
We just got our Ghoulie.
Okay.
All right, who's in Bison? That guy that plays Loki.
Let's just dig up
No.
Raul Julia and make him do it again.
Yeah.
Don't you think though them balls are gonna get sweaty in that leather outfit?
Oh yeah,
The,
absolutely.
The only strong opinion I have on casting is Zangief's got to be Braun Strowman.
I agree
fair.
with that completely. We got Zangief down. Blanca, we gotta do better than that.
Just make him CG.
Yeah, just CG.
CG Blanca, yeah.
I would just go with an actual Japanese sumo wrestler for E Honda.
Yeah, just anybody. Don't care. Just
Yeah,
pick one.
does he
Ryu
matter?
doesn't look Japanese in the game. He doesn't.
That's just an art style.
I agree. I agree. So who would we have for him? Just anybody?
I'm trying to think of.
I don't know that many Japanese.
You know, yeah,
I don't either.
guess I'm not
I guess
terribly
Jet Li
familiar
is
with,
We're only
with
get-
modern Japanese.
Jet Li can't do it anymore.
So-
We can't do it anymore.
At this point, we're only just getting to the point where they allow Asian people to be in movies that aren't just bad kung fu movies. So
that
It
being
is
said-
odd, though,
That
that-
being said, I love bad kung fu movies.
It is
I know.
awesome though
I'm not
that they
shitting on
let
bad kung fu movies.
Ryu be an Asian actor in the original Street Fighter.
I'm really shocked they didn't just squish Ryu and Guile into one character and made him played by
Here's
like
two
Arnold.
easier
An
ones.
American
Then, since
ninja.
we're American and we know the American people, give me Balrog, give me Ken.
Balrog would be one of these UFC guys, maybe for me.
Deontay
John
Wilder.
Jones, somebody like
Deontay Wilder,
that. Okay, I don't know
the
who
heavyweight
that
champ
is.
of the world.
I mean, damn, Mike
awesome.
Tyson.
I was gonna say
It's
Mike
already
Tyson's
his
too
face.
old.
But
It's already
that's-
his face.
It's too. Yeah, he is based on Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
but Tyson's too old.
I know.
I
And
agree.
he's got the tattoo.
If you had Mike Tyson from the early
he
'90s,
does have
I
that
think that's-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But now give me Deontay Wilder. He's an actual boxer. He's the heavyweight champ of the world. I think he'd do a good Balrog.
That's how pathetic boxing is. I don't even know who the fuck that
I
is.
said
think-
that the other day, man. I agree.
You know what we missed on Guile?
What?
John Cena.
Oh.
I totally agree with that, bro.
That's a good one.
He's got
Yeah.
that stupid
or
square
that
jaw.
piece of shit that plays Homelander.
Oh, that guy would be perfect.
Yes, that guy is fucking. And John
The
Cena
Boys.
could have done that role.
Oh,
The
from
boys.
Okay.
That guy could have done that role. John Cena could have played Homelander. Too.
Yeah. But that guy who played Homelander would absolutely be a great Guile.
Yeah.
Don't know his name.
So would
but-
John Cena. John, if you get that role, you gotta thank us.
Yep. That's the
At
ball.
What
Cena.
about maybe like Cody Rhodes for Ken Masters?
Cody Rhodes?
Can we
is
just do a
awesome.
whole wrestling cast? Because I'd watch the fuck out of that.
That'd be good.
Bret Hart would be a great Blanca.
Now Cena would be a good Blanca because his knuckles already grabbed.
They do,
Ooh,
man. Cena.
good point.
Sorry, I hope he turned it off after he.
John Cena's listening to a podcast like, oh, these guys are.
I
Fuck those
I
guys.
met him once. It's fine.
You can't see me.
He's a nice guy.
He's gonna put us through this table.
Cena's amazing. He's a really cool.
Didn't
guy.
start wearing orange until after he saw me.
That's true.
True.
That is a fact.
Seeing Munch and Cena in the same place, you think you're looking at a Starburst.
Because
pack.
it was a sea of green when we first walked into that
Yeah.
con.
Now he's not even around anymore. But yeah. So, anyways, way to ruin John
Yeah,
Cena's
that's a good
career.
point. He might be too old for Guile now too. so
Isn't
I'm gonna
he
leave-
in The Watchmen? John Cena.
He's gonna be in Suicide Squad. I don't
He's
know if
in
he's
Watchmen too. I think he plays Dr. Manhattan.
I don't know what.
Something. He plays.
There's no way.
He's gonna get his dick
Hold
out.
on.
That would have been a big deal.
Get your dick out, boy.
It was a big deal.
Oh,
John
Big
Cena
old
is
blue
in Watchmen.
schlanger
Hold
floating
on.
around.
Watchmen on HBO.
If I don't see what
It is.
if I don't see John Cena's swinging blue dick, he's not really Dr. Manhattan.
I think maybe
Or John Cena.
I think the same actress can play Chun Li again. She doesn't look any different.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Ming No
She's actually-
No, she really
Yeah,
doesn't
actually,
look any
yeah.
different.
Yeah, also that's why I don't count Doomsday Clock as being real Watchmen stuff because there's no blue dick in it. The Crunch Berries do not make an appearance.
There is a lot of dick in that movie.
Is that ever
There
gonna
is.
finish
Big
Doomsday
blue
Clock?
swinging dick.
Actually, now that it's a year overdue, I think it's about to finally end.
Wow. Did it end up taking 3 years or 2?
Oh fuck, 2.5 ish.
Thanks, Jeff Johns.
I don't know whose fault it is, but either way, I'm sure it was not worth the wait.
The early reports said he was Dr. Manhattan. I don't know if that's been confirmed.
That is from
be true.
2017, and there's no mention of it past that.
That can't be real.
He is in the show.
That may be fair, but
John Cena is on the show.
He's on the Watchmen show?
I don't know who he plays.
Look
that
at
may
it
be
on
fair, but
IMDb.
he's not
just-
going to get his dick out for that.
I don't know
Dr.
about that.
Manhattan.
To be fair to John Cena, he's pretty good in movies.
Sure, but
Yeah.
that don't.
Way better than The
Did you
Rock.
ever see Trainwreck?
Oh, don't say that. The Rock's.
did you ever
The
see
Rock's
Trainwreck?
fantastic, and I stand by him.
Trainwreck was a pretty good movie. And John
Trainwreck's
Cena was
awesome.
in it.
He's hilarious in that.
He gets his dick out. You
Yes,
don't actually see it,
he
but
does.
he puts a towel on it. And
But
it's
he's
just hanging there.
he's funny as hell in movies. Seriously,
funny.
he is. But anyways, I guess I'd have to put The Rock in the Street Fighter movie
Fuck
somewhere.
yeah. I would make The Rock Saget.
Yeah.
Oh,
Saget.
I was gonna say Balrog, but that'd work too.
Or yeah,
Both of
I think
them.
Saget. He's great. He could rock bottom
He's
somebody.
really tall.
Well, see, he used to have
Big
Balrog's
motherfucker.
hairline for a while.
He did.
He's a really big guy. You know, Sagat's really tall.
I think that's calling The Rock a really big guy is underselling it a little.
Okay,
So
he's,
if we're
He's a
going,
he's
monster.
Guy fucking Gannon.
There
if
we
we're
go.
going all fucking wrestling,
Wrestlers.
yeah, that's great.
Wrestler.
Bet y'all didn't. Yeah, you see, y'all thought you were going to get a review of Street Fighter, the game, the movie, the T-shirt,
The wrestler.
but instead
podcast.
you're getting what wrestlers would actually play.
Why are we
these
only
fighters.
choosing wrestlers?
This
Wait,
episode
because
has
we got
come off the
Spiral.
rails.
Who's Ricochet going to be?
Oh yeah. We got to include our boy
Until he comes on
Ricochet.
our podcast, he doesn't. He's dead to me.
At
See,
King
Trevor,
Ricochet.
Trevor, you could be.
Don't call him Trevor, bro.
Everyone, you can look at his Wikipedia page and see what his name is.
Can you?
Yes,
Oh, good point.
it's not even subtle.
Good point. Anyways, at King
Wait.
Ricochet, you're our homie.
Okay, but so I can't call him by his name.
I'm sure
Yes,
you
you
can.
Go for
I'm
it.
just
Yeah.
playing. I was just being sarcastic.
The answer, by the way, is he's Cammy. He's going to wear the one piece that goes right up his butt crack
Yeah.
That's perfect.
and a beret.
He's
Like
on
a
that
Hawk.
game up, left, or whatever. It's called.
That's a YouTube show, but yeah.
He's on. I mean, he's on that gaming show. Is
Yeah,
what
I
I mean
think.
to say.
Yeah.
He's on it all
With
the time.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah, we are done with this.
I think we've wrapped it
Yeah,
up.
we're just
guys.
rambling at this point.
We
I
are
mean-
done. There was nothing to say. This movie sucks, and it's fun to watch.
Guys,
That's it.
I think
Hard.
it definitely earned the 11% rotten.
I mean, I think that's a little high, but I guess
Well,
people
it worked at it with those quotes.
Zangief got it 10% by itself.
Just to bring this hair back around, if you haven't, you shouldn't.
Yes.
Oh,
Good point. I like
Shit.
that.
Good callback,
I like
buddy.
that.
Thank you.
I like
Shit.
that. We got to start doing that.
all right. Well, guys, if you would like to, you can check us out on Buzzsprout and Spotify and Apple Podcast and help me out. I'm fucking
YouTube,
drowning.
Twitter, and
Whatever you're listening to us on right now,
Stitcher,
Whatever.
Buzzfart.
Buzzfuck.
I almost said BuzzFeed. I
Ass
almost
Buzz.
said Buzz Lightyear one time.
Buzzfuck.
Buzzsprout.
We are on Pornhub now.
I hate iHeartRadio.
iHeart.
We're on all that shit, but follow us, Infinite Paducah on Facebook. You can call us anytime at the store, 270-415-5859. You ask for Adam.
I do not ask for it.
And you can talk to us
what are
anytime.
you doing now?
Oh, God.
Yeah, we have a customer
What are you
that
doing
calls
now?
just to ask what we're doing. It's pretty funny. About 17 times
47
a day.
times a day.
Seriously, 17 times a day. But anyways, guys, check us out. We're going to see you down the road.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate the hell out of you.
All right.